Audible. Okay, sir. Thank you for your response in the chat box. Today, we'll discuss on a very important tool, you can say. Sir, as we all know, AI is everywhere. AI automation is everywhere. Okay. And this is the generation of AI. We can say everyone is using the AI, everyone is using the tool to simplify the practice, to simplify the reconciliations, to simplify the presentation, and to simplify the litigations. Okay. So we all should ready for that AI. We all should ready for the presentation, for the litigations, for the compliances, for the reconciliations as well. Okay. As we all know, in our day-to-day practice, we all are receiving multiple notices. Okay. After 2 years, after 3 years, after 4 years, we all are receiving the notices. So how we can manage the notices? Okay. No one is here who can stop the notices, but through proper planning, we can manage the notices, we can plan out the notices. That is what is the most important thing, and that we can do. Sir, for that purpose, there is requirement of certain tools, there is requirement of the data which should be there in a well managed way. Okay. If we will take the help of AI, in that case, there may be chances that AI is going to make certain misleading statements or misleading reconciliations, because this is a AI. But if we have certain tools, in that case, tool will work according to the data which has been inserted by us only. And sir, my voice is not audible. Just let me know once my voice is audible. Okay. So I think there is certain issue at your end. Okay. So please check it once. Now, sir, if we have an Excel tool to present the data, to manage the data, to manage the notices, then it will be very good thing. Okay. So with that perspective, we have launched the internal audit tool, and this tool is just an Excel utility. Okay. In this particular Excel utility, we have provided all the things which is required at the time of audit, at the time of assessment, and we can prevent the litigations. Okay. The biggest issue nowadays is that when client is coming to us and saying that, sir, my return you have to manage, my annual compliances you have to manage, and when we are providing the services related to accounting and the GST return filing and the compliances, and when there will be a notice in future, our client is saying that, sir, everything has been handled by you. Now why there is a huge amount of demand? If we have a ready Excel sheet, if we have ready all the reconciliations, all the calculations, in that case, we can first thing present in front of departmental authority. Second thing, we can prepare ourselves prior to that particular notice, audit, assessment, that these are the things we need to keep in our mind. Or third thing, which is most important, at the year end or before filing the 9 and 9C, we can easily prepare all the reconciliations, all the reports, all the compliances, all the issues which is there in the client head, so that we can manage the things accordingly. So whenever there will be a notice, we will be in a situation to present in a better way. So total 3 purposes are there of this Excel tool, we can say. First purpose, to manage the data. Second purpose, to provide the data to the departmental authority. Third purpose, to prevent the litigations in future, so that we can do it right now. And sir, most important, the fourth thing, which is very, very, very special and most important, this is an extra revenue generating area. We can provide an additional service to our client very easily. If we'll prepare a report and we'll provide to our client that these are the issues we have find out during our internal audit, and will submit these type of report to our client will say, yeah, my chartered accountant, my GST practitioner, my legal consultant is doing very well, and that person is providing me an additional service. And sir, from next year onwards, you can charge extra fees for that, because your client is going to habitual from that particular type of report. So this is the use of this Excel tool. Sir, in this Excel tool, I am going to discuss from very basics. Okay, because our role is not to prepare any Excel tool. That is completely a AI generated tool, that is completely developed by certain developers. Okay, so our responsibility is to know what are the fields which is there in Excel tool, how the data is going to be get from the client, how the reconciliation is going to be prepared, what are the things we need to keep in our mind, and how perfectly the data can be managed for the future use. That is what is the purpose of this class. Okay, this class is completely based on technical approach, but we are not supposed to learn how to create these type of tools, because those who have registered for this internal audit tool, they will automatically get the tool. Okay, so sir, are you ready for the discussion on this internal audit tool? Okay, to provide certain additional services to your client, to provide the managed services to your client, to present in front of departmental authority in a very well manner, to manage the data in a very specific way. Total 4 purpose we have of this Excel tool. Okay, all those who have registered for this specific internal audit course, they will get the Excel tool on your mail ID. Okay, but the Excel tool will be shared after 2 to 3 days, because certain working is going on this Excel tool. Okay, you will get the final version of the Excel tool, through which automatic report will also be generated. So our team is working. I request each one of you, sir, are you ready for the discussion on this internal audit tool, so that internal audit report will be prepared and you have to submit this internal audit report with your client that, sir, we have made this amount of efforts for you. So let's start our discussion on this internal audit tool. We have one session 5 to 6:30 on today. We have one more session tomorrow morning 11:30 to 1 p.m. Okay, so I request each one of you, please be there from 11:30 to 1 p.m. tomorrow as well. That will also be a very good discussion. Okay, so the complete 3-hour discussion will be there on this internal audit tool. The first thing, sir, when we need to prepare this internal audit report, or when we need to prepare this particular type of format and get the data from our client, so I request, if it is possible and feasible for you, in that case you can do it on half yearly basis. Okay, if it is not possible to prepare this type of report on half yearly basis, you can do it on annual basis. Okay, suppose March close, you can do it on April or May month. You can do it in April or May month, so that all the reconciliations will be there, all the things you can easily check. You can make necessary adjustment in your GSTR-3B or 1 return, and also you can make necessary adjustment while filing your income tax audit report as well. Sir, your income tax person, the person who is going to conduct the income tax audit, that person has a very less amount of time, and it will not be possible for him as well to check all the things from GST perspective. So this is the tool through which you can provide the data. And sir, one very important thing, whenever I am saying that you have to prepare this type of report, whenever you have to prepare this type of reconciliation, I am always adding one thing, that, sir, whenever you are going to provide the services to your client, there is one must required, that is knowledge you have. Okay, you should have the practical, technical, analytical knowledge of GST law, so that you can provide the best services to your client. Yes, recording will be shared of this particular course, okay, with all the registered participants. So, sir, time period when you have prepared this internal audit, so you have to prepare this internal audit report at the end of the financial year, so that all data can be received. Now, sir, for preparation of the report, we require certain documents from our client. So I request, if your client is maintaining the data in Tally, in the busy software, or in any other software, the backup can be generated from the software, and the same can be run at your office. Okay, so you just need to take the backup of the accounting data, so that you can take the things very easily. And sir, when we are getting the things from the accounting software, at that time we should be very much careful, because at that time we have to check the internal control of the accounting software, that internal control is perfect or not. Sir, those who have not registered will share the registration link very soon, okay, for this tool. I just request be there till the last moment of the session, you will get everything. But now please focus on internal audit tool. And sir, the most important requirement is that, sir, you should have the knowledge of law. Sir, have you checked our new products recently launched in the market? This is not an advertisement, just I want to show, because all these products are India's first product. Recently we have launched this book, comic book on GST. Okay, in this book we have covered all the chapter of GST law in a very colorful form, and every chapter the complex question and answers in a very funny way. We have created this particular GST pe charcha comic book, which is in English. Okay, this is India's first book. I am proudly share with you that this is India's first book, because sir, India's first comic book on GST in comic form. We have covered all the complex problems of GST. Also, our second product, sir, this is not an advertisement. We are proudly saying that we are India's first GST cards. Okay, in this small box, we have covered around 100 cards. In these cards, we have covered the complete CGST rules linkage with sections. Okay, in this particular card, we have provided the rules, and this rule is linked with this particular section. So there are total 100 cards, back and front 200 slides, and we have covered all the CGST and IGST rules in a very simplified way, so you can keep it in your pockets. If you get bored by learning through the bare act, then we have a solution of these GST cards. Okay, and if you want to gift any professional these cards, you can gift it in your office, you can put it in your pocket, you can put it, and you can learn all the CGST rules in a very simplified way, because complete language is very simplified. And sir, all these books and the cards are guaranteed. After getting this, you will not satisfied, you can take the refund. This particular book is completely in a glossy form. Okay, so that very interesting. So these two products, which are India's first product, proudly said. So let's start our discussion on the internal audit tool. Yes, sir, those who have already purchased the books, they will get very easily. Sir, this is the book. Okay, so we'll also try to show you the PDF module in laptop, because the same is not available here. So those who have attended the convocation at Ballari, they have already seen the book. Okay, I think the Excel sheet is here. We'll share the book in PDF form. First, let's start the discussion on the internal audit tool. So sir, this book I have shown in my hand only. Okay, I have shown in my hand only, not presented on the screen. Now let's start our discussion, because participants are asking for the moving of the screen. So let's do it. Sir, internal audit tool, internal audit report, extra revenue generating area. And sir, this is my suggestion to do that. Very less amount of professionals are doing right now in India these type of internal audit. Okay, so we all are going to do these type of internal audit. So first thing, internal audit, what documents are required? So we just take the tally data, and from that tally data we should try to generate the GSTR-1, GSTR-3B and GSTR-2B from the accounting software. Okay, everything which I am going to share with you, I just share with the logics. Okay, so I request each one of you, if it is possible, then just keep one pen and paper with you, so that you can make notes of that, and that will be very useful for you. Okay, so I request, please keep it in mind. And whatever document I am suggesting you that you have to generate, I will also share the logic of the generation of the documentation as well. When you will generate the GSTR1 return from the accounting software, just check once. The GSTR1 which you have generated annually consolidated in Excel, the same should be reconciled with the GSTR-3B which has been generated through the accounting software regarding the outward supply. If both are reconciling, that means your accounting software is doing perfectly. Otherwise, there may be certain issues. When you are generating the GSTR1, just try to check the profit and loss account, the sales and the other item which is there on which you have paid the GST, the total of the turnover is reconciling with the turnover which is there in GSTR1. When you are generating the Excel GSTR1, just try to total B2B, B2CR, CS, CDNR and just check the HSN code-wise summary, both are reconciling or not. Because sir, before going for the internal audit, first we have to identify, first we have to check that the data which has been generated by the accounting software is perfect or not. कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है the data is generated by the accounting software is itself wrong. So first we have to identify this so that we can provide the consultancy to our client that sir, you have to make certain changes in your accounting software. Your GSTR-2B Excel generated invoice wise, just try to cross verify the total input tax credit with the ITC which you have reflected in your GSTR-3B books generated only. Our first step is not to check the GST and common portal. Our first step is to check the books of accounts that the data which has been generated from the accounting software is perfectly generated or not. The RCM liability which is there in GSTR-3B, just check with the profit and loss account all the items which is mentioned on the profit and loss account which is liable for the reverse charge mechanism, whether the total is reconciling with the GSTR-3B RCM liability or not. Because many times what will happen, client is not going to enable the RCM applicability on the books of accounts, and due to that the same will not move to your Excel generated GSTR-3B from accounting software. So we have to take care this point as well in a very well manner. So GSTR1, GSTR-3B, GSTR-2B, you also need to take the trial balance, headwise trial balance. You also need to take the profit and loss account and balance sheet in a detailed way. Okay. Many times client is going to send the consolidated profit and loss account and consolidated balance sheet. So need not to take the consolidated balance sheet. We should take the detailed balance sheet and detailed profit and loss account. So this is the front page of our Excel tool, Internal Audit Report 2025, 24, 25. Here the name will be there of the firm, address will be there, the firm which conducted this particular type of internal audit, the contact number, mail ID and journal query. And sir, most important thing about this internal audit tool, there is no requirement of any qualification to this type of internal audit. You just have the idea of the GST law. You can easily perform this type of internal audit. Now, sir, we have certain queries that we need to take care. We have certain queries that we have to take care. And these queries are really very, very important. Each and every query I am going to take, and I will share with you the logics as well and how the data you have to take of all these queries. Okay. And if this first slide you take care very carefully, in that case your audit will be conducted in a very well manner. And sir, this is my guarantee to you. If you follow this particular type of Excel tool for once in a year, at the time of litigation, very less amount of demand will be there and no demand will be there. Just try to follow this once. Sir, can we start our discussion on the journal queries? Are you with me? This is not a theoretical session. This is completely based on practical approach. Now, first query. First, we need to ask about the nature of the industry. And sir, biggest mistake what we are doing, we are handling the work of our client. We are filing the returns from so many years. Okay. We are filing the GST return, income tax return, but we have no idea about the exact nature of industry. Because our client is preparing the data, client is sending the same to our mail ID, we are uploading it on GST and common portal and filing the return. We have no idea about the nature. Nature means, yes, if you have idea that your client is in textile industry, is in steel industry, is in manufacturing industry, but sir, exact our client is doing what, that we need to very much careful, because the complete applicability of GST and another laws is based on nature of industry. So sir, before going for this type of internal audit, just try to conduct one exit meeting with your client and ask your client about the nature of industry. Sir, how exactly and what exactly you are doing in the industry? If you are a textile manufacturer, in that case, from where you are buying the packing material, from where you are going to handle the job work related activities. Okay, in your factories, what type of machineries are installed, how you have financed these machineries, these type of things you have to take care, so that it will give you an idea about the nature of industry as well. First thing. Second thing, it will give you idea that how you can provide certain additional services to your client. Because sir, at the end, my purpose is to provide the best consultancy. With that, my purpose is to get maximum work from that particular client. So this is the first point which we need to take care, that is nature of industry. When you are going for the internal audit, this type of internal audit, try to prepare a summary, and with the first point is nature of industry. And when you are feeding the nature of industry, you have to provide the complete remarks in this remarks tab. 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Second, status of the industry. Sir, you should identify that the industry is a proprietorship concern, is a partnership concern, is a LLP, is a company, is a LQF. So that you can guide your client that, sir, as now you are a proprietorship concern, in future, if you get benefit, you can convert into partnership, into company, into LLP, how you can gain the benefits of a startup, and through that particular status of the industry, you can identify multiple things. Suppose a particular taxpayer is a proprietorship concern, and you have idea that it is a proprietorship concern, so you should check the capital account as well very carefully, because there may be chances certain income which has been posted to capital account. But in case if you have taken the GSTN as a proprietor individual capacity, in that case, on your each and every income, GST will be applicable. So we just need to ensure whether the GST has been paid or not. In case of partnership firm, if we get the idea about the partnership firm, we can check the partnership deed, any retirement, any admission of the partner, the same has been incorporated on the GST and common portal or not. So these type of things, how we can identify? Through the nature of the industry, through the status of the industry. Sir, GST registration certificate. Through the GST and common portal, we can check the GST and registration certificate, and through that GST registration certificate, we should ask our client that, sir, are you taking the services of any job worker? And if you are taking the services of any job worker, in that case, whether the job worker place is added in the GST registration certificate as an additional place of business or not. How many director you have, how many partners you have, all the details of the director and partner has been added on the GST and common or portal or not, that you can easily identify through the GST certificate. The principal place of business which is mentioned on the GST certificate is perfect, correct or not? कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है during the financial year the client has changed the principal place of business? So we should carefully examine that as well. So GST registration certificate plays a very important role. Who is the authorized signatory in the business? What will be the effective date of GST registration? These are the things we need to very carefully examine. And sir, believe me, all these things the departmental authority is going to check. So why not we should check these things at an earlier stage, so that we can save our client, we can prevent our client from the litigations, or I can say from the unnecessary litigations. And this internal audit report is not only for your client, this is for your reference as well. And sir, in case of litigation, you can also submit this report to the departmental authority that, sir, these are the questions which you will ask in future. Next, list of HSN and SSC code. Whenever there will be audit, assessment, scrutiny, departmental authorities demanding the invoices, demanding the products which we are selling, Why not we can take the list of HSN and SSC code at an earlier stage? We can demand the complete list of HSN and SSC code, and we can check, verify that the same is there on GSTN common portal or not. कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है client is dealing in certain specific HSN code, but the HSN code which is mentioned on GSTN common portal are older HSN code. Now client has changed the nature of that particular product or changed the nature of business, but the same has not been updated on GSTN common portal. So we have to demand the HSN and SSC code list. And sir, when we'll get the things, we just need to put it here, select yes or no. Okay, yes or no. If we select yes, then we have to put the remarks that the same available or not. If not available, in that case, what type of corrective measures we have to take care, we should highlight. So that we just need to check this Excel file and we can easily say that these are the things we have to modify. Sir, are you getting my points? Just let me know once. This session is interesting for all of you. Okay, sir. Thank you for your response in the chat box. I request whenever I'm going to ask in the chat box that yes, this concept is okay for you. In that case, if you have any query, you can put it in the chat box. Otherwise, just put yes, so that it will give confidence to me that we all are on the right way. Sir, financial statement audited. If the audit has already been done, in that case, you can take the audited financial statement. Okay. Suppose you are doing for financial year 2024-25, then we all know that audit has not been done. So in that case, we just need to take the financial statement system generated. Through the system generated financial statement, that is trading P&L balance sheet in a detailed way, we can easily identify the sales, the other item which is there in financial statement, and we can check that GST has been paid on the other income or not, or whether the other income is liable for payment of GST or not. That we have to check. We should also very easily identify the expenditure side, whether the expenditure which is mentioned in the profit and loss account is liable for reverse charge mechanism or not, or if yes, the expenditure is liable for reverse charge mechanism, whether the RCM has been paid or not, whether the expenditure which is eligible for input tax credit or not, or if the expenditure is eligible for input tax credit, then the same has been claimed, or if the expenditure is not eligible for the input tax credit, then whether the same has been reversed or not, or the same has been claimed or not, that we should ensure. The financial statement system generated. This is also a very important task that we need to do. We need to check the balance sheet, the closing balance in the balance sheet about the GSTN common portal, and the same we should reconcile with the GSTN common portal closing balance. And if there will be any mismatch, then we should ready with the reconciliations. We just need to check the creditors amount. Sir, मैंने बोला था we should take the creditors ledger, and we also need to take the trial balance headwise. That is opening plus closing, opening, closing, and debit and credit. We have to take the trial balance. So we just need to check the movement of creditors. If there is an increase in creditors, then we have to check the age-wise creditors list. And we just need to check whether any creditor is more than 180 days or not, so that input tax credit reversal is required or not. Okay, so that point we have to check here. The form number 3CD, if the audit has already been conducted, then form number 3CD will be there. If no audit has been conducted, then as per my suggestion, you should take the 3CD report of last financial year. Sir, what we need to do from that last financial year 3CD report? Sir, in the 3CD report, you will find out the related party transactions. The same related parties transaction will be there in the current financial year as well. So you just need to ensure that the related party transactions are on a proper value or not. Because if the same is not available on the market value, in that case, we have to follow the valuation rules. Rule number 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So we just need to ensure that the valuation rules has been followed or not. The valuation has been perfectly decided in case of related party transactions or not. That we have to ensure. As we all know, there may be chances of two types of interest. One is financial interest, another is trade interest. So we can easily check the unsecured list from the 3CD report. And all that transactions which is mentioned in 3CD report under unsecured head, the same will be treated as your financial interest, no GST applicable. On all other interest, the same will be treated as trade interest and GST will be applicable. So we just need to ensure this type of thing. This will give a cross verification. This Excel tool is give you a perfect picture of the client. Just the requirement is that you should have the idea of law. You should have the knowledge of provisions. Okay. And sir, for idea of law, for the provisions, you always have Batuk Academy. You can take services from us. Okay. Regarding the knowledge we have, and very special products are there. Form number 26 is, I think if you will do it at the year end, then form 26 has already been generated. So you just need to take the copy of the 26 AS and you just need to ensure all the income which is there in 26 AS, whether GST has been paid or not. Many times in case of proprietor, you will found the income on the 26 AS, but the same is not mentioned on GST and common portal. It is the additional check from your side. And sir, if you will prepare this report, it will not take much more time. It is very easy to prepare this report and it will take very less amount of time for you as well. Next, creditor's ledger. Sir, we just need to demand the creditor's ledger and to check the payment position, that the payment has been made to the creditors within 180 days or not. Creditor's ledger we are taking as a secondary item. First, we need to take the creditors list age wise. If you will tell to the accountant of the company or to the businessman, they will provide you the age wise creditors list. And we just need to ensure that payment has been made within 180 days or not. And if the same has not been made within 180 days, in that case, we should initially take or instantly take the step regarding the reversal of input tax credit. So creditors ledger plays a very important role, because in 30 to 40% cases, while doing the audit and assessment, the departmental authorities are raising the demand on account of this creditors non-payment within 180 days. So we should be very much careful. Sales register. Sir, you just need to check the sales register to reconcile the sales which has been mentioned in the GSTR-3B and the annual GSTR-3B. And through the sales register, you can easily identify the items as well. And you can easily cross tally that the rate which is charged on a specific item is a perfect rate, the rate which is applicable as per rate notification. Because sir, if I only need to file the GST return, then a 10th pass out student can file the GSTR1 return, GSTR3B return. We all know very well, because just formats are there. Just feed the data, upload the return on GST and common portal and file it. No any important thing is there. But if we want to file the return in a perfect way, then there is requirement to take care of the provisions of law as well. So sales register, we have to verify the sales with the GSTR-3B return. The purchase register, sir, when you will demand the purchase register, try to demand a product wise summary as well of the purchase register. And sir, one suggestion, many times taxpayer is saying that this report is not generated from the accounting software, but this is my promise to you. Nowadays, each and every accounting software is fully comfortable to provide you the complete reports which you require. You just need to raise one grievance with the software developer. They will provide you definitely, because very huge competition in market and they also need to survive in the competition. Otherwise, taxpayer will switch to the new software. So we should demand it. Purchase register item wise, so that it will be very easy for us when we'll get the item wise purchase summary. We just need to check the input tax credit which is as per purchase register, the input tax credit as per the GSTR-3B which has been generated from the accounting software. We can easily cross verify. If it is perfectly matched, that means the internal control system of the accounting software is perfect. And if the same is reconciled, then we just need to reconcile this figure with the amount which is there in GSTR-3B. And when we are demanding the item wise purchase register, through that identification, we can easily get the idea that on this specific item, whether GST is applicable or not. Whether the taxpayer is eligible to claim the input tax credit or not, that we can easily identify as well. Because through the product summary, we can easily say that GST is applicable or GST is available or not. Through the purchase summary, we can easily identify this is the personal purpose or this is for the business purpose. That also we can identify. Many of you may think one thing that, sir, we are only handling the GST compliances, only filing the GST return. What is the use of that? Sir, in very near future, all your compliances will be automated. So if you are not supposed to change now, in future, you will be outside from the market. So please take care of this thing. Discount ledger. You just need to download the discount ledger from the accounting software and identify this is my trade discount, this is my financial discount. And sir, in this particular report, we are also providing certain suggestions to our client which should be incorporated in the subsequent financial year. So at that time, we just need to keep one thing in our mind that, sir, from next financial year onwards, client should maintain two separate ledgers. One is discount trade, another is discount financial discount, where the terms has been decided post supply. So through the ledger, we just need to identify whether the perfect treatment of the discount has been done or not. On account of discount received, whether the GST has been paid or not, that we have to ensure. Interest ledger. Sir, also there is requirement of two heads, financial interest, trade interest. If the interest is on account of transactions related to money only, that will be treated as financial interest. If the interest is on account of trade related transactions, the same will be treated as trade interest. Just wait for a single second. So interest ledger, we should check the financial interest and the trade interest. If trade interest, then yes, GST is applicable. In case of financial interest, no GST is applicable because this will be treated as your financial interest. Related party transaction. This is the most important thing. And sir, this is my humble submission to you. When you will prepare this type of report and submit to your client, your client will totally impressed. So all related party transactions, okay. Related party transactions means suppose transaction between distinct person and related party. There may be chances of transactions between principal and agent. There may be chances of the transactions between employer and employee. So we just need to take care of these transactions very carefully because there may be chances of certain compromise in case of valuation at that point of time. So we just need to identify the related party transactions that then we can easily identify through the 3CD report. No extra efforts is required. Okay. So discount, trade discount. Trade discount means the terms has already been decided before making the supply or at the time of supply. Okay. In that case, yes, GST related adjustment is required. In case of other discounts, okay, no GST related adjustment required because the terms of the discount has not been decided at the time of supply. Suppose, sir, I have made a supply of 1000 products, okay, and I said that if Mr. you sold these products in 1 month, I will give you a discount of 10%. So the terms has already been decided at the time of supply, that is 10% discount, that will be treated as your trade discount. Hence, whenever I will give you that particular type of discount of 10%, I will reduce my outward liability and output tax as well. But sir, suppose the terms has not been decided after making the supply. Due to certain quality related issues, you have given me 10,000 rupees less and I have booked it as a discount. So that will be treated as your financial discount, not as a trade discount. In that case, no GST related adjustment will be there. That is what is the difference. I think the concept is okay. Yes, Nagmani sir, quantity discount, if the quantity related terms has already been decided at the time of supply, the same will be treated as your trade discount and GST related adjustment will be there. The concern is that first thing, you have to mention the discount related things in your invoice itself. It is completely okay. If not mentioned, then terms has already been decided. If both the things are not present, in that case your discount will be treated as normal discount and no GST related adjustment will be there. Is that okay, sir? Daga sir, is that okay for you? Discount related concept. Okay sir, thank you. Yes sir, bills are required to be produced. If you are not supposed to produce the book, then bills, then it will be a violation of one of the condition of section 16 subsection 2. Okay, and departmental authority may issue the notice or may raise the demand on account of input tax credit. You can demand the secondary copy from your client, not an issue. List of employees you should demand, so that you can check the transactions between employer and employee. That is also a very important thing which we need to take care. Item wise purchase summary, so that you can easily identify the heads of the purchase and you can easily check the rate for which the input tax credit has been claimed, whether the ITC is eligible on that purchase or not. Expenditure ledger, so that you can check the nature of the expenditure, whether RCM is applicable or not as per section number 9 subsection 3, or whether the expenditure is eligible for the input tax credit or not. Income ledger, we just need to identify the nature of income, so that we can say that yes, GST is applicable on this income or not. Trial balance, we just need to demand the trial balance, so that we can check the individual entries headwise. Whenever you are demanding the trial balance, just demand is opening, closing, debit and credit headwise, for debtors, for creditors, for fixed assets, so that you can easily identify there is a addition in fixed assets, whether GST has been claimed or not. There is a deletion in fixed assets, whether the GST has been paid on account of sale of the fixed assets or not. That we have to ensure. And also try to generate all ledgers from the accounting software, so that if you want to check any accounting ledger, you can easily just trace it and just check it. Whenever you are demanding the ledgers, try to demand it in PDF or in Excel, so that you can easily trace the same. If your client has filed a refund application during the financial year, try to demand the refund calculation, so that you can cross verify the same with the concerned figure. Many times, due to licensing, departmental authority may pass the refund, but in future there may be certain demands. So we should be very much careful that the refund calculation should be very much perfect, and we should take the refund calculation sheet as well. If the taxpayer has claimed the refund on account of export, in that case we just need to demand all the transactions of export. We just need to verify that the transactions which is there in books of accounts, the same is there on IC Get portal. There should be no mismatch. Input service distributor, if your client, your taxpayer has taken the registration as a ISD, that is on account of centralized services, then we just need to take care of the calculation based on which the input tax credit has to be distributed between the various branches. That we should ensure. And cross charge, as the cross charge is now not applicable from 1st of April 2025, so we should not check the cross charge. Okay, but we just need to ensure whether there is a head office and head office has multiple branches. So sir, we also need to identify the trigger points, that when I need to check this head. Suppose you are doing the audit, or you are preparing the internal audit report of a client, and that client has multiple branches. So you just need to check any invoice has been generated with reference to the branches. And if yes, the invoice has been generated with reference to the branches, then we just need to ensure whether the ISD registration has been taken by the head office or not. Or if no ISD registration has been taken, in that case whether the ITC has been transferred merely by issuing the invoices. And if yes, merely by issuing the invoices the ITC has been transferred, then we should ensure that sir, now this cross charge mechanism is not there. You have to take a separate registration as a ISD. Because suppose you have not given any restriction to your client, or you have not given any advisory to your client, so in future when there will be a demand, client will say that sir, aapne to humko bataya hi nahi. So we should be very much careful from this. Sir, all these journal queries are okay for everyone? Just let me know once that these queries are helpful for you. Yes, sir. Now cross charge is not applicable. Sir, ISD is required. ISD is required only in the specific situation when the head office is taking the services as a centralized service, and the head office is going to distribute that service to the branches. Okay, that is, a centralized service has been taken and the same has been taken to provide the services to the branches, has been the same has been utilized from the by the branches as well. In that case also we should take the ISD related registration. Sir, government has issued a notification, a specific notification will provide you the notification as well when the cross charge mechanism is not there. Sir, related party transactions, if there is a related party transaction between distinct person, between related party, okay, in that case, yes, the same will be treated as related party transaction and transfer of input tax credit is required. In case of related party transactions, when we are analyzing the form number 3CD, we can find out all the list of related party transactions and we can ensure how the value is going to be decided in this case. We can also demand the list of related party transactions from our client itself. That, sir, provide the list of related party transactions so that we can trace the valuation. Okay, because we are not doing this type of internal audit in any section, any provision. We are just doing this internal audit for the purpose of the saving our client. So our client is going to provide the data very carefully. Sir, for capital goods, no ITC is going to be transferred to various branches. This is in regard to input service only. Sir, in case of within the same state, and if the head office has taken the centralized input tax credit, then there is requirement of ITC, so the registration is required. This is completely based on transfer of input tax credit and required things. Okay. Sir, if you have prepared these queries in a very well manner, then believe me, your report will be prepared in a very specific, very simple way. Vishnu sir, for this, can you please connect with me or call regarding the multiple business and to show the same in GST return, because it will take time. Okay. So we may decide half an hour and we may go for a discussion on this specific thing, because the return filing is also very careful. So now these are the queries which are very important for us, and if we prepare these type of queries, in that case our report will be prepared in a very well manner. Okay. Now sir, next type of sheet we have, that is turnover reconciliation. Okay. Turnover reconciliations means turnover as per GST and common portal and turnover as per the books of accounts. This is also very crucial, because whenever departmental authority will come up with the business audit, departmental audit, they will ask from you regarding the turnover reconciliation, the turnover as per books of accounts and the turnover on which you have paid the GST. So both should be reconciled. Okay. So now in this particular sheet, and sir, through this specific tool, one consolidated report will be generated. Okay. So now turnover as per audit report, that means the financial statement which you have generated from the accounting software. Sir, these are not the templates. This is our internal audit report. Okay. Those who have registered for the internal audit course, this course priced around 5,000 rupees, but we have taken the price as 1499 only. And those who are our registered participants, they will get the complete Excel tool. They have made the payment of 1499. They will get the Excel tool. Now, sir, GST portal versus books of accounts. The first thing, as per audited financial statement, that means the provisional financial statement which has been generated from the accounting software, okay, on half yearly basis, on yearly basis, and you just need to take the turnover as per GST records. When you are taking the turnover as per the GST records, then I request you just need to take the turnover as per GSTR-3B only. Okay, many times what we are doing, we are just going to compare with GSTR1. Just try to compare it with GSTR-3B only, because sir, government is getting the revenue. Government is getting the revenue through GSTR-3B only. So if your GSTR-3B and GSTR1 is completely reconciled, then not at all issue. It is completely okay. But if there is a difference between GSTR-3B and 1, in that case, your reconciliation as per the turnover should be based on your GSTR-3B only. So turnover as per financial statement and turnover as per GST records. And if you found any difference, then the difference will be automatically here. We have identified certain reasons of the differences. Okay, certain reasons of the differences. The first thing, discount. So there may be chances that the discount has been shown in the profit and loss account, and we are comparing, and we have taken the GS turnover as per books of accounts from trading account only, but discount income is there in profit and loss account. So this is also one of the chances of the difference. So we just need to show the discount. If there is an interest related income, then we just need to show the interest amount here. There may be chances that of the interest we have paid the GST in GSTR-3B return, but the same is not included in the turnover which is given in the trading account. Okay, so there may be chances of difference. So we just need to show the interest. Any other income, there may be chances of certain commission, there may be chances of certain rental income, there may be chances of certain account maintenance charges. So all these type of income we should report it here. And after that, we just need to calculate the amount of difference. Okay, we just need to calculate the amount of difference so that we can easily reach to a conclusion. And in case of any audit, any assessment, any scrutiny, we just need to directly present this type of calculation, that sir, this is the calculation, and as per this calculation, this is the amount of difference, and we have the complete reconciliation. Many times what will happen, suppose after 2 years, after 3 years, after 4 years, departmental authorities come up with the audit, assessment, scrutiny. In that case, we forgot the reconciliations. But if we have this type of Excel tool, if we have this type of Excel file, we can easily present the same with the departmental authority, and this will be a reference for the client as well. And sir, one important thing that I have already shared, that this will be an additional service from our side to our client, because we know that in the market there is a very huge competition regarding the GST compliances, regarding the litigations. But if we have these type of tools, and if we'll provide these type of reports to our client, it will provide an additional service, and we can charge for it. Sir, comparison between the turnover, your turnover as per GSTR1, your turnover as per GSTR-3B, taxable value, IGST, CGST, SGST, and the turnover as per books of accounts. That means the GSTR1 which you have generated from the accounting software. So how you will get the data for GSTR1? You just need to download the annual GSTR1 from the GSTN common portal. You will get the annual data of your GSTR1. You just need to download the GSTR-3B annually from the GSTN common portal. You will get the data. And from your accounting software, as you have already generated the GSTR-3B, so you just need to take that GSTR-3B as per books of accounts. And if there is any difference, then we'll try to identify the reconciliations as well in the subsequent slides. Okay, so this slide regarding the turnover reconciliation is okay for everyone? I request each one of you, please be there till the last moment of our session, because the discussion is very important at all. Now, next point, output reconciliation. Sir, if you found any difference, sir, I request all the sheets are linked with each other. If you found any difference in GSTR1, GSTR-3B and books of accounts annually, in that case, you have to work on this output reconciliation. Otherwise, you just need to put as NA not applicable, because your GSTR1, 3B and books is completely reconciled. That means if no difference found in all these 3 columns, if all the 3 points are same, in that case, no requirement to prepare the reconciliations output. But if you found any differences, in that case, you have to prepare this output reconciliation. Okay, so what is the requirement? So 3 set of data is there. One is books of accounts, another is GSTR1, third one is GSTR-3B. You can easily download the GSTR-1 monthly basis from your GSTN common portal. GSTR-3B can also be generated from GSTN common portal on monthly basis, and from books of accounts also you can generate your GST report monthly basis. Okay, so whatever will be your taxable value, you just need to put it here month wise. IGST, CGST, SGST, GSTR-1, IGST, CGST, SGST, and GSTR-3B, IGST, CGST, SGST. Sir, yes, for the differences, we have prepared the next slide. Okay, I know in 90% cases you will get the differences. So for that purpose, we have prepared this particular Excel file, books GSTR-1 3B, so that you will get easily the difference between books and GSTR-1, GSTR-1 and GSTR-3B, books and GSTR-3B month wise. Suppose you have found a difference in July month in books and GSTR-1. Okay, so you just need to identify whether my GSTR-1 is correct or there is certain issue with the books generated GSTR-1, because there may be chances the report which we have generated from the accounting software has certain issues. So through this particular exercise, you will also get the idea about the internal control from the accounting software. This is also approach we should check. Okay, and suppose you have found the difference between books and GSTR-1. In that case, suppose your books of accounts is perfect, there is an issue in your GSTR-1, so you just need to take the corrective measures in your GSTR-1 return. Suppose there is a difference between GSTR-3B and GSTR-1, and your GSTR-1 is perfect, there is an issue in GSTR-3B, so you just need to rectify your GSTR-3B only. That means you just need to make the adjustment in subsequent period GSTR-3B. There is difference between books and 3B, and suppose your books is perfect, you have to make the changes in your GSTR-3B, so you have to make the changes. Now, one very important point. Suppose you are doing all these type of calculation. Suppose you are doing all this particular type of calculation while filing your GSTR-3B or GSTR-1 return of July 2025 regarding the 2024-25. So I request all the adjustment which you want to make from the output perspective, from the input perspective, from the RCM perspective, made it in 1 month only. You can make it in August month, in September month, in October month, till 30th November you have a timeline. But whenever you are making these type of adjustments, you just need to make it in 1 month only. Try to follow this unique approach. Okay, so that in future you will also know that in which month we have made all the adjustments, so that you can present it in front of departmental authority very easily, and it will be very easy for you to trace the amendments, because the same we need to show in GSTR 9 and 9C. So if we have the idea that in which month we have made the adjustment, so we can get easily idea about the same. Okay, so this type of effort we should make. Regarding the reconciliations from input perspective, sir, we all know while filing the 9 and 9C return, we also need to provide the bifurcation of input tax credit as input service and the capital goods. Okay, so why not we should prepare this type of reconciliation right now, so that while filing the 9 and 9C, we just need to put the figures and we just need to prepare the reconciliation, not requirement of any additional thing. So the input tax credit as per your books of accounts. Okay. In your books of accounts, if you will generate the GSTR-3B return, you will get the complete input tax credit. Okay. And while making the accounting software, your client has selected the head input service capital goods. So the bifurcation will be easily available through the accounting software. And if the same is not available through the accounting software, that means while making the entries, your client has not selected the head as input service capital goods. So we just need to suggest our client that, sir, from next financial year onwards, while making the entries regarding the purchase, you should select the head as input service capital goods. Otherwise, it will be quite difficult for us to file the return. So, sir, it will be a corrective measures from our side to our client. And in future, whenever the departmental authority will ask these type of things, and if we have already made these type of things available, we can easily say that, sir, everything is perfect at our end. One headwise report is generating from the accounting software regarding input tax credit, through which we can easily identify the capital goods, input and input service in the books of accounts. And we just need to ensure that the same thing we have to put in our GSTR 9. And if there is any difference, in that case, difference will be there. And when you are preparing the headwise summary, input service, capital goods, the total of the ITC of your headwise summary should be reconciled with your GSTR-3B, the input which you have claimed in your GSTR-3B. कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है there is a difference between the headwise summary which has been generated from the accounting software and the GSTR-3B which has already been generated from the accounting software itself. That means there is certain issue with the internal control. It will give us the idea. So the point is that, sir, when we are generating these type of reports from the same accounting software, it will give us the indication that everything is perfect or not. That is what is the point we need to ensure. Sir, depreciation checked, and we just need to put yes or no. And if there is any issue, we need to put the remarks. Why? Because, sir, suppose you have checked the fixed assets chart and you found certain purchase of the fixed assets, then you just need to ensure that the depreciation has been claimed on the taxable value only. If the depreciation has been claimed on invoice value, in such a scenario, the ITC is not allowed. That we need to ensure. So it will give you a trigger point that you have checked the fixed assets chart or not. Rule number 42, 43 has been checked or not. That means in earlier slides, in the next slide, sorry, in the subsequent slide, we have given the complete calculation of rule number 42, 43. But for your reference, sir, suppose the taxpayer is dealing in two type of product, one is exempted, another is taxable, then we just need to ensure that if there is any common input tax credit, then whether the ITC has been claimed on the whole amount of purchase or they have calculated the rule number 42 or 43 or not. Rule number 42 is applicable in case of input and input service. Rule number 43 is applicable in case of capital goods. Just for an example, sir, during the course of business, I have bought certain products, okay, input, and that product I am using for making two type of supply. One is exempted, another is taxable. In such a scenario, for the same product, I am going to make two type of supply. One is taxable, another is exempted. In that case, I just need to ensure that ITC should not be claimed 100%. Because on certain supply, I am making the payment of tax as taxable. For certain supply, I am not making the payment of tax because the same is exempted. In such a scenario, we just need to ensure that the reversal as per rule number 42 has been done. And for your kind information, sir, we all know that the reversal as per 42, 43 is required on monthly basis while filing the GSTR-3B return, and the same should be checked on annual basis while filing the GSTR-9 return as well. We have to check, and if there is any issue, we have to take the corrective measures. We should provide the calculations. Regarding the capital goods, suppose there is a plant and machinery. From that same plant and machinery, I am going to manufacture two products. One is taxable, another is exempted. In such a scenario, on the capital goods, on the plant and machinery, I will not be eligible to claim the 100% input tax credit. I have to go for the reversal. 5% per quarter or part of the quarter, you can say. I have to divide by 60 and I have to calculate the reversal amount as well. On monthly basis, I have to reverse, and I also need to take care of the calculations on annual basis. So rule number 42, 43 plays a very important role. Sir, the financial statement which you have generated from the accounting software, we just need to ensure the expenditure which is mentioned on the debit side of profit and loss account, whether the input tax credit is blocked under section 17 subsection 5, any motor vehicle has been bought by the client or not, any food, beverages, beauty treatment has been purchased, any construction related expenditure has been booked in the profit and loss account, then we just need to ensure that whether the same is blocked or not. Sir, many times what will happen, we all know that what is the procedure, what is the rules, what is the sections, but the point is that many times we forgot to take care of the things. Hence, we have prepared this Excel tool so that in one file, you can get idea of all the things very easily. The next reconciliation, which is again a very important reconciliation, you can say input closing balance reconciliation. The input tax credit as per your books of accounts and input tax credit as per GSTN common portal. If you log into GSTN common portal and if you'll find the credit ledger, you just need to check the closing balance of the electronic credit ledger as on 31st March 2025, or for which period for which you are preparing this type of reconciliation. You have to check the closing balance of GSTN common portal, and you just need to ensure the closing balance as per your books of accounts. And if you found any differences, in that case, yes, you need to be very much careful and you should check the reason of the differences. Yes, sir. Rule number 42, 43 calculation sheet is given in this Excel tool itself. We'll discuss later on. Okay. Most probably we'll discuss on the rule 42, 43 calculation in our next session. Okay. So the calculation sheet is already given in this sheet. So, and the amount will automatically calculate it. This reconciliation is very important. And sir, suppose you have made all these type of reconciliation at the time of your internal audit, then it will give you a very good approach to handle the compliances with respect to GST. Okay. This is the reconciliation for your rule number 42. You just need to put the details, your calculation will be there. Okay, that we'll discuss in our next session regarding the calculation part as well. So your reversal amount will be there. Sir, in this Excel tool, we have included everything which is required from the GST perspective. The next thing, that is, sir, input tax credit reconciliation. In this particular sheet, we are going to reconcile the input as per books of accounts. That means the GSTR-3B which you have generated from the books of accounts, the GSTR-2B monthly. You can download the Excel sheet from the GSTN common portal itself. You can download the GSTR-3B related input tax credit as well from the Excel sheet itself. So you just need to cut, copy and paste, and you will get the differences here. Okay. Now, sir, concern is that in 90% cases, you will find out the difference between the ITC as per GSTR-3B, ITC as per GSTR-2B, ITC as per books of accounts. So we have this type of reconciliation so that we can easily identify that the taxpayer has claimed any excess input tax credit with comparison to GSTR-2B. At least we should ensure this. Then after we'll go for the invoice wise reconciliation, but first we need to ensure that ITC should not be claimed in excess to the GSTR-2B. That also will take care. Okay, so all these things we have to take care very carefully. So in our today's session, we have done the discussion on the journal queries. What is the importance of this internal audit tool? How the data we can get from the client from the accounting software or the various reports we can take. Okay. And also we have done our discussion on the various queries which we need to ask about the nature of industry, about the products, about the dealing, about the GST registration certificate, various ledgers, various reconciliation. We have done our discussion on the output reconciliation, the turnover reconciliation. We have done our discussion on the bifurcation of input tax credit, input service capital goods, how we can get the data. We have done our discussion on rule number 42, 43 and the depreciation calculation and the 17.5 blocked credit. And also we have done our discussion on the input tax credit reconciliation. In our next session, that means tomorrow sharp at 11:30, we'll discuss about the input tax credit reconciliation regarding the RCM. We'll discuss about the 4912. We'll discuss about the 42, 43. We'll discuss about the blocked credit. We'll discuss about the refund calculation. We'll discuss about the export. We'll discuss about the invoice wise reconciliation of GSTR-2B with books of accounts. We'll discuss about the various important suggestions which we need to provide to our client. Okay, so everything we are going to discuss in our next session. Sir, how was today's session? Yes, sir, on this particular sheet we are going to do the demo as well, but for demo we have a separate 30-minute session. Okay, after providing the sheet to you, then after we'll go for a demo. Okay, very soon you all will get the Excel sheet. Our team is working to make this to provide multiple other tools as well in this particular Excel tool. So those who have placed the orders, they will get the same very soon. Okay, Gagan sir will share with you by tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow I request each one of you sharp at 11:30 be there. Okay, and sir, we have two new product. One is the GST cards. Okay, thank you, sir, for your response in the chat box. We have two new products. One is GST card. In these cards, we have covered all the rules of CGST rules with the techniques. Okay, sir, total 100 cards are there, 200 slides, and this is the one book which is India's first book, that is GST comic guide. Okay, the actual price of the book is 1199 and the cards is 1099. Okay, but we are not providing just the books and cards. With these cards and books, we are providing a complete explanatory course. Okay, all the queries which is there in this book, all the queries are very typical, very complex queries, not the problem basic queries. Okay, so we are providing the complete course with this particular book. With these cards also, we are providing the complete course around 5 hours. Okay, so that you will get the idea about the complex queries, you are get the idea about the rules as well. But those who are going to place the order right now, by today, by tomorrow, they will get it at 799 only. 799 for this, 799 for this, total 1598. If anyone wants to place the order, thank you, sir. Yes, 5 hour video for each, for rules as well, and you will get the complete linkage of the rules as well. Those who have already placed the order, they will get it very soon. And sir, both the products are completely a guaranteed product. After getting the book, after getting the cards, if you will not satisfied with the content, will refund you the amount. Okay, and all these cards and books is created in a very designed way. So if anyone wants to make the payment, I am just going to share the screenshot. You can make the payment through this screenshot, and after making the payment, I am just going to share with you one QR code. You just need to fill that QR code for getting the books at your postal address and the cards at your postal address. Total price 1598 for all these things. Sir, those who have placed the order for books, they will make the payment for the cards only 799. Yes. If you will make the payment, you will get the cards as well. 799 is the. Yes, sir, we'll share. For Excel, we'll discuss on tomorrow. All these cards and all these. Sir, Excel sheet will be shared on your registered mail ID. All these cards and the GST comic book is India's first comic book and India's first card which is there, in which we have included the complete rules of CGST and IGST rules. And in this particular book, we have covered all the complex problems of GST chapter wise. Okay. After getting this book, if you will not satisfied, you can say us, we'll refund you the amount. With this books and cards, we are providing the complete course as well. So I request each one of you, you can avail the benefit of the discounted price for all of you. Vishnu sir, for your queries, you can connect with me on Monday. Yes, with cards, all the rules are there. Sandeep sir, for comic book and for card, just do it right now. For Excel tool, we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. For card and comic book, the price is 1598. With this, we'll provide the complete explanatory course absolutely free. And sir, these cards are very handy. You can keep it in your pocket as well. You can display it in your office as well. And when you will read these cards, these are very simple to read as well. So thank you once again for joining the session, for spending your time with us. And definitely, I request each one of you tomorrow sharp at 11:30, we'll discuss. Sir, for Excel, we have a separate payment tool. Actually, earlier we have taken the Excel course for a very discounted price for the pre-launch offer. Okay. So we'll share the Excel related details by tomorrow. I request we'll share the Excel related details by tomorrow. Now you can make the payment. Now you can make the payment for the books, comic book, and for the card only. I request each one of you tomorrow sharp at 11:30. You should be there. Okay. If you don't want to make the payment right now, you can keep a screenshot of this particular QR code. You can make the payment later on and fill the Google form. For book and cards, the price is 1598, only 799 each. Thank you once again for joining the session. Tomorrow morning, sharp at 11:30, we'll meet and discuss about the memory, about the internal audit tool. Thank you once again. Bye-bye. Good night. Take care. Sir, QR code I am not able to send in the group. You just need to click an image in your mobile phone and you can make the payment. Thank you once again. Bye bye. Take care. Our tomorrow session is going to be very exciting. So please be there sharp at 11:30.